It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Arizona Cardinals, and it's all up next.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Arizona Cardinals. And Brandon Gaudin alongside the one. Davis and CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and is doing everything in his power to follow through.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Lawrence. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense.
Lawrence hit him. The ball is free. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Murray going to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray with a touchdown throw to DeAndre Hopkins. And the Cardinals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Taking it about the 1. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence.
And able to find Kirk complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Well, they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Etienne.
And brought down, but the juke, a very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Block it. Check. Opposite.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Lawrence will throw.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Evan Ingram from 6 yards away.
And the Jaguars have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And they take the lead here at 7-6. A 10-play drive that time.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So the Cardinals off it. for their second drive of the game.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Throwing again on second down. Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
27 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep.
Down at the 35, it'll be second down. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Now Murray again. And this is incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
To throw, it's Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cards have retaken the lead.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This taken in at the goal line.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Well, the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now he's flushed out left. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Lawrence looking middle, and it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's second down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Returning it is Moore. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant, keep throwing it around.
And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line.
A huge play there for Arizona. 44 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this 1st quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Shotgun now for Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray punching it in from a yard away.
And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boy, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
For a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. Here's Prater now set to kick it away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up. 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
They'll look to Etienne to start things out.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Big loss here as he's taken down.
multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an...
Under pressure, they got him again. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Touchdown, Cardinals!
That punt returned 69 yards. And the Cardinals are able to add on to their first half lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss-hit the ball and kick it right to him.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38.
ETN on the toss right.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Quick slant caught by Kirk.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
A slant to Jones. And the Jags are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
ETN is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Once more, ETN. pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. The carry here for the big tight end. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Manhertz taking it in from a yard out.
And the Jags are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense.
Murray fighting, lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Murray now on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers. They'd see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Connor. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for 2nd and goal. Murray now to throw. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
About a half-yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
Murray now. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
K'Lavon Chaisson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And here now is the Jaguars' all-time leading scorer in another uniform. He had over 1,000 points with the Jags. Josh Scobie from the right hash here. Should be an easy one.
To the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Jones has it. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down. Lawrence. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Moore on the return. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. Murray now on 1st down. This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. A short kick taken at the 18. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Dancing to his left. It's complete to Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Come on, set.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now Lawrence on 1st down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. But to throw again is Lawrence. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Murray. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've come to... You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Again, he finds Moore. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a third to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
One receiver right, that's Brown.
Kingsbury's saying, hey, let's take another look at that. He's going to throw down the challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football.
After reviewing
So
the
that
play,
challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Now Murray.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage. As a sack.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown.
Rondale Moore.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals take the opening kick. Third quarter and drive. Field to extend their lead. Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2.
They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody don't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this one. No, okay.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence.
Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
From midfield now, Lawrence. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Jaguars first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Caught on the right side by Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Trevor Lawrence with a hook up to Marvin Jones. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 22.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they'll start. Just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Well, there's the always dangerous Rondale Moore. He and this offense ready to begin the upcoming series.
Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with the touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off. So you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete there to Moore.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Murray getting this complete to Conner.
A solid touchdown.
James Conner
from 21 yards away. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
A short kick taken at the 18. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On third down, Lawrence.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
Fielded at the 20. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards.
And the Cardinals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. And now once again, they'll line up to go for two. They're going to keep it on the ground. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on two more. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
A short kick taken at the 18, and he won't quite make it to the 25.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On second and 11 now.
Lawrence on the slant. He'll get it to Jones.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Etienne.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Another tote for Etienne.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down and 4.
Lawrence.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning Keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
On second down, Etienne once more. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and they will remain well behind. So an 8-play drive gets played him. Winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about getting some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Play fake. Murray. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him. And
he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Cardinals continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth.
Extra point good by Prater. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get them.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Rashard Lawrence, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marco Wilson.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
They'll try and run it here. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of
Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong?
Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.